from worry to overflow with money, even if you've felt behind for years. You don't need more money to stop worrying about it. And I'll prove that. You need a new relationship with money. If your default is to worry, it's about the relationship. Overflow doesn't come from hustling harder. It starts the moment you stop leaking your power with money. Notice if you do that. Notice if you're leaking your power with money, because that's the issue here. Most six-figure, multiple six-figure women are silently stuck in money worry, even with full calendars, Stripe notifications, PayPal pings of the money coming in. It's because they're not holding on to the money. The truth is, plenty of money has passed through your hands within your lifetime. But what are you doing with it? Okay? Because they're not holding on to the money. Oh, but you know, I have to pay this mentor, and my business needs this investment. All stories that are keeping you stuck. Okay? Money comes in and it goes right back out. That's what I see the whole time with people. It's usually a money management problem, not the what's coming in. So wealth is built by keeping and growing money. Okay? And the way to get out of the worry and into the overflow is look at your behaviors with the money. Okay? So it's about what you do with the money after it hits your bank account. Overflow is about how you manage the money you already have. Okay? It's about giving your money a framework. Freedom is created from a framework. It needs a structure, like anything. One of the best descriptions I've heard is like a river and a bank. If it doesn't have a structure, the water goes everywhere. Okay? It is the same with wealth. It's the same with freedom. Freedom is created from structures around the money. Okay? To support your freedom, your choice, and your time. You know, even choice and time. Nothing's taking your time. You're making the choices around the time, and you're making the choices around how you live, how you get up in the morning, and how you live your day. And you're making the choices around your money, whether that's supporting you to do that or whether it's the reason why you don't live. So notice where your head goes with that. It's about clarity. It's about direction. It's about leadership and ownership of where you are with the money. You don't wait for overflow. Overflow happens by how you show up with the money. You create it and you master it. Okay? By the decisions you're making today with the money are either leading you to overflow or they're keeping you in worry. Okay? And there are things like paying myself first, putting that money to work, allowing that money to multiply is going to put you into overflow. Okay? And your ability to bring in the money, muscling that. Where do I get to grow? Like, look where the gaps are for you with the money. Okay? Money's actually quite straightforward. Like, humans are meaning making machine, and you give the money the meaning. Okay? So change the meaning you give money and notice, where do I need to grow? Because if you're stuck somewhere with the money, it's because you haven't stepped up within yourself to be the person. Because life matches who you are. Okay? So where do I need to grow in terms of, is it the earning? Is it the management? Is it the multiplying? Is it all three? Okay, so where do I need to grow? Where's the gap for me? Where, like, who's the person I gotta become for this to be, like, money to be of ease to me? Okay, so money worry is a symptom. It's not a reality. I saw both my parents, my mom and dad, they worried about money 24/7. I grew up with the same way of being. Okay, it did not serve me. Money comes in when I let go of the worry. Okay, even high income women can feel the pinch. Okay, why? Because they've no system, they've no structure, and they've no clarity around the money. When you don't know what your money's doing, your brain stays in that kind of not enough mode, no matter how much you make. Okay, it is a habit when your brain's doing that. You got to teach your brain. this is not serving me. Let's bring it over here. Overflow is intentional. It's not accidental. It's intentional. How are you showing up intentionally with the money? Overflow doesn't happen from, oh, when I finally get ahead, then I'll have money. You start from where you are, what you got. It happens when you lead your money, give it direction, and build in sustainability. That's what makes wealth feel safe. That's what makes you breathe again with money. Financial power is a skill you build, and that gets to start today. You're not born good with money, okay? You learn how to lead it, you learn how to automate it, you learn how to invest it, and you learn how to create a structure that supports the life you want to live. And yes, that skill is available to all of us right now, no matter what your past is, no matter what you tell me, no matter what crisis you tell me you're in with money. I have a client right now who, through another company, I support some of their clients, and she showed up. I remember when she came, first she missed the first meeting, then she made the second meeting, and her opening sentence was, I wasn't going to show up today because I feel really behind with my money. I'm overwhelmed. And she was kind of like a bit of a wanting to fight energy. And very convinced on how behind she was with the money. And the funny thing is, so the weeks went past and I pulled her on it. I mean, I really pulled her. I'm like, that is a mindset thing. That's got nothing to do with the practicality. And I'm like, you got to shift this because this is not supporting you. And she'd be like, I'm behind. And the funny thing is, when we actually looked at her numbers, we went in, I looked at her numbers. This lady's mortgage free, was in a job, had went and worked in her own business. It wasn't bringing in the money. And what she wanted was to have the flexibility, be at home, but have that kind of regular income. And we had a conversation around that. And I said, well, what are you putting out? Like, what feelers are you putting out there to make that happen? And the funny thing was, when we did our one-on-one together, she's actually mortgage free and 3 years of financial freedom. She actually is very close to financial freedom. So notice what your mind's telling you and where is it leading you to. She is 3 years off being financial free. She has the money. She's done the right things with her money. She's doing a little bit of moving things around, but she's in a very solid pace. The mind was the issue, not the money. The mind was the issue, not the money. If you're worrying about money, it's a mind issue. Okay? Worrying about money is a habit. So here's a really great tip. Whatever habit you're doing right now that's not serving you, kind of have this kind of mantra in your head. Stop, notice, shift, choose. So say you start worrying about money. Oh my God, I don't have enough money. There's not enough coming in. Blah, blah, whatever, right? I mean, I've seen this the whole time. Just catch yourself and say, okay, there it is again. Stop. And then notice what's repeating in the head. Okay? Then choose to shift and upgrade the mind. Okay? Who do I get to be in overflow? How am I showing up practically with the money? How am I thinking about money? Who am I being with the money? Because that's where the key secret is. Okay? Marmar, when she came to me, she had deep anxiety about money, spending the money, even though she had money. But the fear was running the show, and it was stopping her from living. In fact, she would just kind of freeze over things. She now spends with confidence, invests with clarity. They have 2 properties. They're in their index trackers. They're well on the way to financial freedom. This is a skill you get to build for life, and her mind no longer runs the show. Where people go wrong is they think overflow comes after they stop worrying about money, or their circumstances change and then I'll no longer worry about money. It starts with, who am I showing up today? Who do I get to be to have a different outcome with my money? But the truth is, the way out of worry is like asking yourself, who am I being? Who do I get to be to shift this. So it's structure, leadership, clarity, shifting the thinking patterns. Okay? No structure, you're going to be constantly in uncertainty. And uncertainty keeps your nervous system in fear even when there's money in the bank account because of the stories you're telling yourself. It is time for you to turn your money into freedom and live life on your terms because financially you can. You can. And that's the first step. Imagine entertaining the belief that you can be financially free. I see it all the time. People come to me, don't think they're in the right situation or money. We get going on it and now they see how very realistic it can be. Here's the biggest mistake I see people make. They're waiting to invest and grow the money. Too many believe they need to earn a certain amount before they allow themselves to keep and grow some of their own money. It might also look like telling yourself, I'll start investing once I've paid off my debt, once I hit my 10k months, when my kids go to college, when I make more than 500k or whatever that is for you. The truth, that day never comes. Here's the thing, building wealth is a habit, and habit needs to be started even if you don't feel ready. Okay, the good news is it's simpler than you think, and you don't need a lot of money to get started. You can start from any income. I'm going to show you how to change your relationship with money, and I don't mean in that kind of woo-woo sense, okay, but in a super practical way that allows you to start right now from where you are, what you got. If you're a female coach and entrepreneur who are ready to stop letting money habits hold you back, this is for you. I am hosting a 3-day wealth activation experience on the 28th of July, designed for coaches, female entrepreneurs who are ready to start building real wealth intentionally, sustainably, and powerfully. Those who don't act on this will stay stuck in the same cycle. Earn, worry, avoid, hustle, repeat. They earn, they worry about it, they avoid looking at their money, they're in the hustle, and they're just repeating that, and that creates burnout. Another year will pass and you'll feel behind no matter what your income says. It's time to move from worry to overflow, from fear to freedom, from uncertainty to unstoppable. Drop overflow below this video and I'll send you the link to join the 3-day wealth activation, or you can tag me to join the 3-day wealth activation. Because when you stop leaking your energy around money, you become a magnet for more. You get investing, you get it multiplying, you get building the wealth, you get creating the freedom. Let's build real wealth. Let's activate your overflow. It starts today. Just give yourself permission to say yes yourself. It gets to start today. So let's get you into overflow.